villages, Muslim villages. And in these villages we will have not one wife, many wives. Because every woman who comes to that village and says, I want a husband, somebody has to marry her. Somebody has to marry her. So if your wife says, well, I don't want my husband to take another wife, we say, well, why don't you stay in KL? Why don't you stay in Kuala Lumpur? No. Allah has permitted plural marriages. And plural marriages has more than one benefit in it. It is not that plural marriages helps to provide husbands for so many women who otherwise would not have husbands. It is not that plural marriages help to provide maintenance for women and children who otherwise would not be maintained. But plural marriages has an impact on the masculinity of the male. Plural marriages has a positive impact on male virility, making you more of a man. And that increase in male virility has an impact on your intellectual life. You become a more versatile thinker, a more versatile scholar. It has an impact on your spiritual life, opening doors and opening windows which otherwise would not have been opened. So plural marriages is not there merely for enjoyment and excitement. Plural marriages has a more profound role to play in society. But I live in a world today in which speaking the words that I have just spoken makes you very unpopular. But Imran Hosein doesn't care for popularity. No. And so for the young man we say, protect yourself from that garbage out there. Look for sisters who are good Muslims. Marry them and have as many children as you can, so that in the end Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam will be proud of this ummah. Now finally, before we end, why have we concentrated on the youth in this fake glamour of the modern age? The answer is because it is Suratul Kahf of the Quran more than any other surah which explains Akhirul Zaman, the age in which we now live. And in Suratul Kahf there is the story of the young men in the cave. Innahum fityatun amanu bi rabbihim wazidnahum huda. Allah directs attention. The ones who stood up and proclaimed their faith, regardless of the price they had to pay, were young men. The ones who withdrew from society, I'm giving up my home, I'm giving up my town rather than giving up my faith, and they fled to a cave, were young men, not old people like myself, were young men. And so if the flag of Islam is to be taken to triumph tomorrow, it is young men who will have to take up that flag. Suratul Kahf of the Quran.